Hello there folks, today we're at the quarry car park up from Peter Tavy on the edge of Smearden Down, and we're going to try and reach Claytor, which I think I've marked on the central line. Just going to go via White Tor and the Longstone and then sort of turn right, get the Langstone Moor Circle, Claytor. And I've just been informed there are two Claytors, but we're going to try and cross the river to Greena Ball Rocks. And once again, I'm here today with Max Piper.
Hi.
How's it going, Max?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm not doing too bad. It's been very hot lately, but there's a nice breeze out today at the moment. And apparently there's a second Claytor, is there?
Yeah,
so
there are
where
two
would
of
that
them.
be?
So that one is slightly further up the River Walkham,
Right.
about directly north of Great Tor and south of Cox Hill.
Is that further than Greena Ball Rocks?
Slightly.
Right, so we'll have to consider that when we get, because I'm hoping to get to Greena Ball Rocks. I don't know if there's a good crossing point across the river there.
Now's the best time with the rivers being so low.
Yeah, okay. So it'll be dodgy when it rains.
Yes, it will.
Let's go for it then. Yeah, there are a lot of foxgloves out today. There's a big field of them back there, I didn't get that, but here's a bunch for you. I'm not a stickler for pronunciation, however you want to pronounce more stuff is up to you. I was telling Max. Here's a early stack of Smearden Down we're passing by. Obviously passing Furzy Tor, Baltus Tor, Set Tor, Wedlake, Stephen's Grave, and all that. So Dartmoor Magazine, Tim Jenkinson. He's someone, did he get you into torbagging to begin with? Or?
He's one of the culprits, yeah.
Yeah. Tim Jenkinson's got an article in Dartmoor Magazine on Smearden Down, if you want to check that out. I was watching my video of Snapper's Tor. I think I was going back and forth with you on what Snapper's Tor, because there's like tithe maps of named plots of land, and there's Little Middleworth, Other Middleworth, and something Poised Rock, Keith's Poised Rock.
That's part of Little Down Tor, which I
Little
read
Down Tor, yeah.
Last night I was actually reading about Snapper's Tor, Middleworth and Little Down.
All right, we're both looking at the same thing. Coincidental.
Eric Henry calls Little Down Tor Deancombe Rocks.
Deancombe Rocks?
Yeah, which obviously most of us...
I call the much further one, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, there's no consensus.
It's just the Borough Tor area is crazy for names.
Yeah. I don't know if any of this will get solidified in time.
I doubt it.
He's bagging.
Furzy Tor.
Baltus Tor and Furzy Tor. You liking this video so far? There's a hovering bird there. Oh, I should have got that. He was hovering and doing a dive bomb. Here's his white and black, and he's off. Can I at least see him on camera? There he is. He did a dive bomb just now. Okay, he's bagging one. You haven't been to it?
No, I haven't.
Dartifacts site have this down as another big rock, but I mean it's not big.
Quite a nice rock.
It's got shape to it.
It's like a miniature master rock.
Oh yeah. It's got three little grids to it. There is a rock on the way to White Tor. Before you reach, so you go along Twisty Lane, and when you're like, is it perpendicular or like 90-degree right angle to White Tor, there's a rock. I think there's a rock to the right there, right on the edge of the track. It's like, might not even be a tor.
I'm interested.
It is just a bit like that one we've seen, I think.
Oh yeah.
So it's nothing big.
Well, Dane's unusual. First time I've encountered a Dane.
Right.
But to me, they all sound the same. A lot of Dutch, loads of Dutch, but they speak really good English. Better English than I speak.
Dutch have quite a distinctive accent.
Yeah.
German kind of bleeds into Austrian, and
Yeah.
yeah, slight bit of Dutch, I guess.
Another way to tell someone's
don't know
Dutch
about
is if they're
Danish,
really tall. No, seriously, if they're above 6 foot, they're Dutch.
Well, there's also Scandinavian blonde, but yeah, I didn't know about the tall thing.
I think they're like the tallest people in the world or something.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Not like, is it Ethiopia, they're quite tall?
Yeah, I think so.
You were saying you had to point out differences in talls between a Danish and a German. I'm wondering if that's to do with the mountains and things they have there.
Yeah, well, I mean, I had to explain to them that South Hesbury Tor is lovely, but it's not a mountain. King's Tor, I sort of suggested, would be a better alternative.
Yeah. Would you call our tors mountains? A lot of the people up north would probably disagree with us.
Yeah, but if you're from maybe Norfolk or Suffolk, then these are mountains.
Yeah, because they've got flatlands everywhere. And
Fens, yeah. I would say, well, technically High Willys and Yes Tor, by definition, they're over 610 metres, so they kind of are mountains.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Great Mist Tor to me, if we could see it, that's a mountain.
Hiding away at the moment, isn't it?
Great Mist Tor's worth being called a mountain.
Yeah. I call a lot of these mountains anyway.
Yeah.
Just like they're the mountains of our region. They may not be as tall as Lake District people, but they are kind of.
William Crossing, in his 1888 book, Amid Devonia's Alps, actually does comment on the beauty of the granite rocks and how they thrust up from the surface. Like Tavy Cleave's very alpine,
mountainous looking, yeah.
Like mini Switzerland.
They're just drawing lines based on height, maybe.
Yeah.
We can't call any of ours oh god, I forget the name now.
It's Munro's.
Munro's is one, yeah. What's the other one that's lower down than that? Wainwright's. Is there one beginning with C, or am I just imagining that?
Corbett's?
Corbett's,
I think it's
yeah, it's Corbett's, Wainwright's, Munro's, that's what I was thinking of. And that's all based on height, isn't it?
Yeah, Welsh 3000.
Yeah. I've actually seen a sign for this worn off that says tick risk.
Yeah, I see that.
Never seen one of them before. Some white and green tufts in the grass over there today. And we're at Set Tor or Setter's Tor, off to Stephen's grave. Now I can see Great Mist Tor. Sheep and what might be seagulls. Let's have a look. Yeah, they are. Yeah, I think we're sort of 90 degrees side on to White Tor right now, and I don't know if it was this one or this group of rocks. There's a few of them. Just saw some large rocks to the right last time I was here. There's one, there's a lamb, and there's another one.
To almost Hornton Bridge.
Yeah, so that contains Commonwood Tor, contains Big Rock, but it doesn't contain that thing that I call Little Big Rock, because there are field boundaries on Big Rock.
Yeah.
So is that the field boundary for Creasonwood Tor?
No, Creasonwood.
Oh.
So Little Big Rock is basically in between Commonwood Tor, Commonwood and Creasonwood. It's a bit. It's like a no man's land.
Well, the bit
in between,
the Little Big Rock bit is like a no man's land,
and that's why you see barbed wire and stuff, because the owner doesn't want people to go there, but it's surrounded by owners who do want people to go there.
Right, so I've been to a private tour then, basically.
Not the first.
Yeah, not the first, but no, I was doing a narration the other day for that bit, because that's the next bit.
Yeah.
And I called it in the narration the boundary between Commonwood and Creasonwood. Obviously I got that wrong.
Well, it's not overly wrong.
I can re-record that bit though. But yeah, we don't know the name of that wood, but it's obviously a private wood, so
no, I could check on the old maps, but
might have to X that out of the thing, because it's a private tour. So private but visible, I guess.
I mean, we don't acknowledge it, but it is still somewhat worthy. I mean, it's better than Creasonwood Tor.
Yeah. It is actually.
Which is the disintegrated Tor mentioned.
It's got a lot more rocks to it, yeah.
I mean, Creasonwood Tor, technically I haven't been to it, because I've never crossed the Lees.
Yeah, I haven't either, yeah.
No, I could.
I could have done, I guess, from Little Big Rock. I suppose I would have just walked off into the wood that way. Oh yeah, Lynch. What is that? The Limsborough, actually, isn't it? Don't know if I can see Lynch yet. Maybe Limsborough. Like, we're at a little hilltop here, so I feel like this is the highest part of the climb for now, anyway, until we get to the river. We'll be approaching the Langstone or Longstone, whatever you want to call it, shortly up here. It's hiding just down there. Orange cockstail today, very strange. And it's nothing to do with the ferns themselves. So, Langstone there. The hill up there, Max Shalabi tells me, is Arthur Hill. And this is the Langstone Mire. The sheep are quite enjoying it today. They're actually just in there, so maybe it's quite dry, but I think we're going to, according to the map, kind of do a curving right-hand turn after the Langstone. Also, there's some sand pits up here I saw on satellite today, between Langstone and the field corner. I don't know if that was anything.
This is some sort of reeve.
It's like
this is a reeve.
A reeve? What's a reeve?
Prehistoric field boundary.
Oh, an a very old field boundary.
You can see it runs off down there.
Yeah, you can see the kind of humplets.
Yeah, I think
there.
this is a reeve.
And then line up there, but it's not the
Stone Row.
Stone Row,
which runs from the Langstone.
Forgetting my terms.
Lanston Moor.
Oh, it's called Launceston Moor.
It used to be. An old OS map showed it as being Launceston Moor.
It's quite far from Launceston, but
well, there is actually a tor on private land not far from Ashburton, and that was once called Launceston Tor.
Oh right.
Landscore Tor it's now called. So all these names do mean the same sort of thing.
Yeah.
Generally a long stone.
Does Launceston mean Longstone?
I'll have to pass on that one. I think it could.
The Langstone.
I think it's my third or fourth.
It's your fourth.
I think it's my third or fourth.
Apparently this is a line of a stone row. I get my words right. It doesn't stand up very much at all, really. But goes along here. Where's the sand pit?
It's like the one up by Sharper Tor, which is also bone dry at the moment.
Sharper Tor, by the car park.
Yeah, Goldstone Pond.
Yeah. Hey sheepy, sorry to bother you. Yeah, on satellite I just saw what looked like a big sand pit, and apparently it's this thing here, dried up sacred pool, which
The Langstone.
when you're top down, the Langstone pool. Oh, and there's the field boundary, so it's in the right place.
Yeah.
It's halfway between the Langstone and the field boundary. Let's go around this bog.
Right, we go a bit off piste here.
Yeah, it's a bit of a crescent, I think.
We will find the track eventually.
There's the Langstone. So, new terrain now. We're going in a sort of crescent around the edge of Langstone Mire rather than a straight line. Cross over the track that comes out from Roostor, go that way through the Langstone Moor Circle and keep going to get to Claytor, which I think is on one side of the Walkham, and then Greena Ball Rocks is on the other side of the Walkham, and then apparently because the water's low we can get over today better than we could on a rainy day, but on a rainy day it's harder. So it might be like that crossing at Furtor maybe. We found some kind of track.
It looks like this tour's got a nice flagpole on top, a nice big flagpole.
Oh right, yeah. It's poking out. A mysterious illusion. So we can sort of see to the left of that brown horse. That's the stone circle there. Apparently we're going to get that on the way back. Are we going a good direction by heading off to the left?
Oh, I'd say so.
Here's the groove. Oh, it's a track. Oh, I didn't think it was a track.
So, when it comes to looking at maps, that's Claytor Crossing, that's Greenable Rocks, that one, and that's Claytor Hemery, and that's where we are. So you can sort of visualise where we
Oh,
are.
I see, we're looking that direction.
So we're on the bridle way heading towards Claytor Crossing, but if we haven't got time, we can drop down and do these two instead. These two our
Claytor
way
Crossing
is on just off the bridle way that we're on, believe it
I
or
mean,
not.
like normal, what you'd call Claytor, is that Hemery or Crossing?
Crossing.
Right, and so Claytor 2? No, Claytor, lesser Claytor?
I would probably put Claytor 1 as Crossing, because Crossing was writing earlier than Hemery.
Yeah.
So Hemery I would do Claytor 2.
Claytor 2.
But it is a better tour.
It's not called like lesser Claytor or
They're
little...
both Claytor.
Right, okay, so
To me
1
anyway.
and 2 then.
Yeah.
Crossing 1, Hemery 2.
Yeah.
And is Crossing the more northern or
More eastern.
eastern? Okay. There's a track.
This will do.
And there are some rocks on the far side of that hill there. I'm guessing is that part of Greenable?
What one's dead ahead?
There are some with the brown patch with the animals.
That's Greenable Rocks.
Yeah. There's a large patch of clitter there on the rear of Grey Mist Tour.
There is.
Does that count as anything?
Great Mist Tour, I guess. It's on that
Clitter
hill,
from the
isn't it?
tour, yeah. We're on the Roost Tour path.
Yes.
So this is where I would have come if I kept going to try and get to those Langstone.
And this goes up Arthur Hill. So that's Claytor Crossing, or Claytor 1 over there. Can you see it?
Right. Yeah, we'll probably be able to make that, won't we?
Yeah.
It's not
Well,
getting dark just yet. Where's the sun actually? Where'd the...
It's gone.
It's
bombing
gone
off.
it's gone properly overcast and I didn't even notice. It's over there somewhere.
Oh well.
Okay.
At least it's dry.
It's bright, it's dry.
So Claytor 1, Greenable Rocks, and Claytor 2's hiding down that side of the hill.
Claytor 2's... Is that south? I'm getting my compass directions mixed up, aren't I?
Mostly south.
So somewhere there is Claytor 1 crossing... Say again?
But those two mounds on the hill above the river,
Oh yes.
to the right, they're not cairns, they're actually milers, or melias, some people call them.
And what's that?
They were used for charcoal burning in the peat. So
Do they resemble cairns up close? Or...
they look just like cairns,
Look a
so
bit
it's
like
so easy to confuse them for cairns.
Yeah. I suppose I should ask the really obvious thing here. Is there any clay at Claytor?
No, although Claytor Crossing, or Claytor 1, does actually sit on what is known locally as Claytor Moor,
Claytor Moor.
which is a large tract of moorland that basically, I don't know what the boundary is, but we're still, I would say, on Langstone Moor,
Oh, okay.
and then we move on to
Little
Claytor
divisions of Dartmoor.
Moor. I would say the division's probably Dead Lake, which we're going to cross.
Right. Another dead lake.
Yeah.
There's so many of those. No clay on Claytor. It's misnamed or something. Or maybe there's a guy called Clayton or something that it relates to. So that's the first view of that one then. That's the one I originally thought we were going to actually.
Thinking it might be wise to go down here.
There are a bunch of cows there as well. So the little problem with filming is yeah, if you like you're full of facts and you drop a fact,
Yeah.
but you're dropping them
In the wrong
before
places.
before I'm able to even press record.
Oh.
So it's like halfway through a sentence.
Yeah.
I've got you a couple of times, unfortunately.
That's okay.
I need maybe I need some sort of code.
I'll give you a warning.
Fact incoming. No, that's a bit inorganic, isn't it?
I'll have-
To say here's something you might want to put in. That'll be a good
I'll
mini
do
signal. Yeah, that's
I'll do that.
not to force your speech in any way.
No, not at all. I mean, how are you meant to know when I'm
Yeah,
gonna
it's
say
the
something
troubles of filmmaking. It's like
with someone else?
sometimes when you're interviewing someone, you have to go like, could you say exactly what you said again in the same way you said it, please?
Yeah. Well, I had an interview over at Haytor a week ago,
Right.
and we forgot for one of the shots. We forgot to turn on the microphone, so I had to repeat everything I just said.
Yeah, that's another thing that happens. And then sometimes we have the problem where we're already recording and we don't know it.
Yeah.
So we press record to record and we're just turning off the cam.
When you want to record.
Yeah, destroying everything. I hate when that happens. Hopefully that won't happen today. Recording. That's how long it takes.
So this fantastic view here, we can see
That's a good
Great Mist Tor, a massive mountain of walking country. Then, as we move down the slope of Greenable, There's the River Walkham snaking its way down the valley. Claytor 2's on the right hand side on the wonderful steep hill.
Yeah.
And then you can see down Pewtor right in the distance.
Oh yes, you can, peeking over the
above
field
Schiller
boundary.
Park. And then you've got Great Staple Tor, Ruse Tor and Cox Tor to the right.
Yes, indeedy.
Fantastic view of Western Dartmoor.
I like that ridge. The I always consider Ruse Tor the fourth staple. Is it the fourth staple?
I
Tor?
consider it to be a fourth.
Yeah,
staple.
because it's just a bump, bump, bump,
But it's
bump.
in the line, isn't it?
It is, exactly. 450 metres.
Yeah.
And is there anything of note at the top of Arthur's Hill?
There's a cairn,
There's a cairn, is there?
which is a grassy mound.
Anything's better than that Black Hill 3.
Well,
Just had a big pond and that's it.
Cox Hill's the exact same as Black Hill 3.
Oh, I've got that marked as my map as something to visit, but
Oh,
it's quite bland, I suppose.
not much to see on Cox Hill, other than
Yeah.
the fact that it's 501 metres high.
My mind map. It's weird. My mind works in strange ways. I'm always telling people, you know how people say they see they have their thoughts as like an internal monologue,
Yeah.
where they have a speaking voice inside their head, sort of thing.
Oh, I've got it all the time.
Yeah, I think I must be one of the odd ones. 'Cause, people are always saying like, oh, it's normal to have the speaking voice in your head that is your
I never listened to it though.
internal monologue.
I mean, about a week after we went to Furtor together in that ferocious wind,
Yeah,
I went back with someone else, and my mum
I
was
did
telling
see
me,
that.
my mum was telling me, don't climb to the top, Max, don't be silly and put your friend in danger. What did I do? I climbed to the top.
Oh, you got up there this
But I
time.
did provide warning saying, you know, if anything goes wrong,
You didn't get blown over though.
it wasn't very windy at all.
That's good.
But I must admit, I forgot how scary it is climbing to the top of Furtor,
Yeah, it's quite a big stack there.
and I've done it on my own.
I have climbed to the top of the Great Mist stacks though, and that
I did that a few days
seems
ago.
sort of similar, but I don't know. Yeah, anyway, my version of an internal monologue for thinking is I see things in locations,
Yes.
which is very strange to people when I explain it. Like I associate a concept or a thought with a place I've been to. Dead Lake Ford.
Which actually has water in it. Streaming down here. There's meant to be a tinner's hut down there as well, according to the OS map.
Oh, they've done some mining out here.
Yeah, tin mining. Actually, pop down and have a look.
Where's a slight
Just there.
build-up of rocks there to form a wall, maybe?
I think that's it. I'm not sure.
Very
Tinner's
well
hut.
formed, is it?
No, I've seen better
Been
examples.
quite demolished. Lots of rocks on this though. I guess this used to be some kind of wall, did it?
Tin streaming where they threw up all the granite rocks.
Threw them up? How so?
Well, when they basically were trying to find their tin ore.
So like a spoil part where they
Basically.
dig them out the way, sort of thing. It's hard to even make out that used to be a building.
To me, that's just another.
This might actually give okay walking terrain to if we're going down it. I don't know if we are or not.
Not quite. We're
No.
sort of going diagonally. We'll
We're
go
going-
below it on the way.
Oh yeah,
back.
you can sort of see the rocks over there still.
Yeah.
Going up and down the Walkham River Valley here. A few zigzag hills. Definitely going a lot further into the moor than I planned because this is Claytor 1, not the one I have marked on my Google Earth as Claytor. Higher up the Walkham. Two mirror image sheep. The yin yang sheep. There's a view of the Walkham doing some sort of kink down there. You can see North Heshery Mast is sort of following us along in the background, but I can keep it steady enough to see. There it is. Past those strange non-cans. Grass is getting floofier, thicker, but we are on some kind of track, which is good. We're at the edge of the tour, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so.
Claytor 1.
So let's go and have a look at Claytor 1, we're calling it, which I now have to add to the map. There's more than one Claytor in the same area. This is different. Oh, we've got quite a ways to go over that way. But let's explore these rocks first. It's a little dugout kind of sand pit thing over there. Little rocky fingers. Always get confused by this time of year.
I know, me too.
7 o'clock's meant to be night time, but the sun's really high in the sky still. Oh, lots more rocks down this slope, and a way better view of the river. River Walkham goes down to Horror Bridge eventually. A large kind of clitter field here. Oh, don't break ankle. Hey sheepy. Hey. Is this the bigger rock? I don't know. This is quite a big rock. I mean, it's not that big. It's the most standing out one on top, I think. Some more over there. Walkham seems to go twisting off in that direction to eventually end up somewhere behind Lynch Tor, I think, is the source. So Coney's Down Tor is somewhere over there, and Maiden Hill, I suppose. I've got all the angles jumbled up in my mind, because that over there that's White Tor, not Great Mist Tor. That's where we came from, actually. The angle feels wrong. Great Mist Tor somehow has been hidden by Greena ball. I would have thought it'd be poking out, but no. And over here there was some kind of hawk or something that I missed. Couldn't work out what it was.
I will find it if it still exists.
A memorial plaque exists on this tour to someone.
Yeah.
River looks nice. I might sneeze. I did sneeze. Clay Tor 1. We can find the memorial plaque, Jum. Right, we're going to go to, I guess, Greena Ball Rocks. It's quite nice. The sun went in when we got past White Tor, so it was just overcast. And it's only just, I mean, it's not actually fully coming out, it's just kind of ebbing between the clouds, or like poking itself through a veil, but it's like casting a weird diffuse light over everything. That's quite nice. Look at this water down here. Right. We're looking for a crossing point. Here's something we might find interesting.
There's Clay Tor.
Yes. Yeah, we can. And we just crossed the Walkham. I had to do 3 points of contact on a river because there was some wet mossy rocks there, but we're over. There's probably more crossing points further down, to be honest, but we're here. We're going uphill now. Clay Tor going outside. Clay Tor 1. So that thing that looks like a wall back there cutting off the stream is a Tinner's diversion channel to funnel the water off. Going through these tough tufts of, I don't know what they are, peat or something the grass is growing from. A little bit like baby heads. Oh, there's what would be bog. So I guess it's dried up bog hill. I'm kind of contouring it. Where's the hole?
Just down here. It's an old bog stream.
Alright. Love that S-shaped kink there in the Walkham. Backwards S. And I think, was that the Gert we crossed over, where there was a tinner's hut in the Gert? higher up the hill maybe. Nice little valley thing. Very dry at the moment. Track goes in and out of.
I can see Coney's Downtour. Oh, sorry, this is something you might find interesting.
Yeah.
Coney's Downtour, just over there.
Coney's Downtour. On the Litch Way almost. On the edge of Maiden Hill. I think the River Tavy source is further up than that.
That's Dead Lake down there. And
is that the one where we found
yes.
the ruin? Yeah.
Yes, you can see the cows. Just at Dead Lake foot there's meant to be a rock known locally as the Hanging Rock.
Yeah, is that the Walkham Hanging Rock?
There's the Walkham Hanging Rock. Well, there's meant to be one there, and there's one further down below Claytor 2.
Is there 3 of them or?
2 here. But yeah, I'm not sure which rock down there is the actual hanging rock.
Is it meant to be hanging over something, or you just got to guess which one it is?
I think you just got to guess. I mean, I assume it's a rock that's poised on top of another and it almost rocks like a loading stone.
Dead Lake Foot.
The Dartmoor perambulation of 1240, which the Knights rode to Night the Moorland, actually Dead Lake and Dead Lake Foot are on that route.
Yeah.
And then Great Mist Tor is the next boundary point.
So that might be, this goes up to Great Mist Tor.
And then over
from Dead Lake Foot.
Up that way.
Yeah, so that goes up to Lynch Tor area.
Oh, I can see South Devil's Tor from here as well.
There's one we call Mudge's Devil's
That's
Tor.
the same one, yeah.
That's that one, is it? So what I've got down as Mudge's Devil Tor, or South Devil Tor. Coney's down. I suppose Crow Tor's somewhere there as well. We have just stumbling past some cotton grass here. There's a mini bog stream come off here. Probably not as good on a rainy day. Can't see Claytor as well from here. The hill's evened out here and it's really nice. So we're not going up a steep slope anymore. We just got a light kind of camber to the left of us, slightly uphill. Oh, and over the camber, you actually see, just rising up just now, top of Great Mist Tor. It is. And I guess that's Claytor 2 over there. Much nicer terrain here. Well, I mean, it's still bumpy and bobbly underfoot. Not as ankle breaking. Oh wow, Great Mist Tor is just looming over this hill that we're on now. It's coming out. So I think there's a lot of bog up there, isn't there? On that side of Greena Ball.
Yeah, well that side of Greena Ball is known as Mist Tor Marsh.
Ah right, yeah, the Mist Tor marshes. So apparently we're on the edge now, although it looks quite featureless now, of Greena Ball rocks. Should we go to the top rocks and work our way down to the river? There's a little track here going up beside some of these. There's a big kind of sheet here, or a platform sort of thing. That's weird. There's some higher ones up there. Not many. The horses are having fun with them at the moment. Scratching his neck on one of the top ones. The pony.
Yeah, so the rocks have tumbled down the hill, but there's actually very little to nothing to say there was a tor here.
Right, so it's a destroyed tor, not really much of a tor anymore. A big clitter area. Let's go through the clitter field on the way down to the river and see if there's anything that stands out a bit more. Some with black light going on.
It looks like part of a car or a quad bike.
It does look a bit like bog. Do they send quad bikes out here to wrangle the sheep and stuff?
Yeah, the farmers come up here on their quad bikes.
Well, there's a bit of a bigger rock there, but lots of weird reeds and tufts. There's a brick rock. That's slightly bigger. It's weird, all the rocks are being swallowed up by the grass here. Like slightly poking out like croutons on soup. It's like bread on soup. The rocks are just slightly, they're like fully submerged, but with a little bit of Titanic iceberg poking out the top, hiding the bigger amount of them underground. That mid to late summer animal poop is picking up. I'm sure Oak Tor is going to be inundated soon. Oh, there's some cool red moss on this one, but it's kind of like that bog grass stuff. Lots of big rocks, but they're low rocks. I suspect more of it is underground. Well, this one's an interesting formation, at least. I mean, it's not giant or anything, but it moves. Oh, the one you're on?
Yeah.
You surfing?
Kind of. Trembling more like.
Surfing on a mini Logan surfboard rock.
The Greena Ball Logan.
There's a lot of it on the other side there, Clay Tor 2. It's kind of hard knowing which bit to start at. I guess I'd go to the bigger rocks on the left there. But over here on the right there's some quite chunky ones sticking out the hill there as well. Yeah, just notice the kind of path running underneath the tor. Maybe you can see the rocks better from underneath the tor. What's this? A bush possibly full of flowers? It's a gorse bush, but yeah, I noticed some of these earlier. Tiny friggin' white flowers. Ow! Fucking gorse. Ow! Just poking myself on a hedgehog. Nice. River's pretty dramatic actually. Here's a chunky rock. It's nothing mega. The river looks, I don't know if that's wider actually.
It is.
Might be able to spy a crossing point from up here. There's quite a big rock of Greena Ball rocks right down by the river there actually, ironically. And the right there, a triple brick. I mean, that looks, the bit where the river widens ironically looks better for crossing. A bit of a wide one on the way down, big lengthways. It's just ironic that one of the best rocks as Greena Ball rocks is not on its hill slopes, but right down here at the bottom of it. It's kind of this one. Other side from Clay Tor. Let's see what the situation is down here. Some nice looking rocks in the middle, it's just getting to them I guess. So yeah, that one of Greena Ball rocks does still kind of stand out from here. Just did a rather tricky river crossing. And I learned the value of walking poles. This is quite a distinctive looking shelf. Is this the track, isn't it?
Yes, below a track.
Alright.
At Clay Tor 2.
We'll follow this then. Oh, it's a lovely little track. Steep brink down the left side. I like this track. Here's one of the distinctive ones so far, although I haven't seen it all. Oh, nice little groove! Big pile of rocks here. I think it stands out more if you just go a little bit below them. There's a big chunky like plate there. rectangular plate rock on its side. Oh, like an island maybe? Oh, we're around the back of Great Mistor and Black Lamb. Oh, look at the face on that guy. That is a very welcome breeze after a little bit of steep climb. There's a big rock, I guess part of Greena rocks down there. It's got some kind of plant growing through it. And then, okay, it doesn't stand out that much, but that's a little bit more stand out, I guess. And I guess we walk down through that. I guess it sort of ends down there, sort of. There's still a bunch of clitter down there, but it goes kind of green grass over there. So we just took a little path underneath it, I guess. And walk over here, we might find some more higher up, which might be where we're going. I love that breeze. Just filling my lungs with it like drinking water or something. It's an interesting shaped rock. It's like grooves cut into a blob of cake with curving knife grooves. Oh, it looks even more impressive from this way actually. Not sure what that white is. I think a sheep might have died on the other side of the hill. Oh no. And some very impressive double clitter stacks on the back of Great Mistor, which is where we are now. So if you've ever wondered what's behind Great Mistor when you're looking down, that's where we are now. Clay Tor 2. Well, I've done my lichen for today, but here's some more coloured lichen for you. Teal and orange. We're sort of on top now. We're on top of where the rocks end, well nearly. There's some more rocks uphill here. And we'll be heading back. So I got a tour I didn't know I was going to get today, because there are two with the same name. Looking for Logans?
Yeah, I'm trying.
Does the rock, in fact, rock? The clouds have been pretty good today. It's all silvery. We're not done yet. I forgot there's a stone circle that we were going to see. Oh, there's some orange over there, like, I wonder if there's going to be... No, there's not going to be a sunset, but there are some orange where it's on the way down. Poor fella, at least he's got a view. Some fantastic views over there as we leave. I think there's a town down there, not sure which one. That's Bodmin Moor under the orange glow. And top of White Tor just popped out. Here we are. Yeah, it doesn't... I don't know what's going on with my voice, it's going really hoarse. That's great. Why is that happening? I have no idea why that's happening. Anyway, we're at the Langston Moor Circle, and it doesn't look as stand out as it does when you're on Roost Tour for some reason. Maybe it was the time of year. Different grasses surrounding it. It's a circle. There's three main big ones still standing. White Tor over there. Go to the other side of it and look back maybe. Roost Tor has a weird, I don't know if that's a Logan stone or what, but it is. Alien saucer stone. Well, the three standing ones are the main attraction. Geez, I have no idea what's going on with my voice. It's just gone kind of, I don't know, I wouldn't say hoarse, but my voice has gone hazy. Whatever that means. And we're off to White Tor again. That was kind of funny. Max just said, I have a vague recollection during the war that stone circle was demolished. I was like, were you alive during World War One or World War Two? And he's like, oh, I was told. You're older than you look, Max.
Yeah.
Random bit of track here. Don't know why. Max is challenging a cow. It's turned away. There's a big herd movement going on over there as well. Horse is going that way. Cow's going this way. Heading for where we're trying to go. Oh, they're really skittish cows now. They're on the run. Look at them run.
Yeah, I have that effect on people.
The sky's getting a bit cooler over there. So apparently the big rock on top of White Tor, which is all the rocks are quite black, apparently that got hit by lightning once and got split.
Oh.
It kind of looks like a branding or something on that horse. Oh no, it's got a diamond ridge. Is that good practice? I don't know. Branding of animals. They've all kind of got brands on them. Like, is that like burning of the skin? That doesn't sound... Do you say humane? You say animal friendly? Little tiny foals. Oh, look at the fur on this horse over here. It's like wrecked. Max's best friend. Okay, we are back at the Langstone. So that's been a walk to Claytor 1 and Claytor 2, which I didn't know there was a Claytor 2 until we went out crossing Claytor and Henry Claytor, and Greena Ball Rocks, which well, it's some rocks. We'll say that. And Langstone Moor Circle. Leave you with some outro images. Say bye, Max.
Goodbye.
Thank you for watching.